All right, let's do some news.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, just real quick, ObiWan premiere got pushed back.
It got delayed.
It's delayed.
Disney sucks.
They delayed it to Friday, and they announced, because it was going to come out on Wednesday, they delayed it to Friday the 27th.
My Wednesday is ruined.
I know. But they're actually going to drop the first 2 episodes. Star Wars Celebration is happening that weekend, so I'm assuming that's why they did it. To probably like show people there and have all the hype going on there. Right. But what's crazy is I assume next week, so the week after that, it's going to premiere on a Wednesday. So in the course of 4 days or whatever, we're going to be halfway through the ObiWan series.
Crazy.
Which is pretty nuts. Hopefully, I'm thinking these are going to be 40 to 50-minute long episodes. That's what I'm hoping for.
I'm hoping for an hour and a half.
Every episode?
Yeah, sure. I mean, if we're just making stuff up, yeah, sure. I want 8 hours of content.
Two
awesome.
hours, 2 hours 30.
Anyways, what do you guys think of that? Of dropping the 2 episodes and being basically halfway through after that first week.
I mean, I always get impatient when it's always weekly, especially with a show that I like, and I'm assuming I'm going to really like Obi-Wan. So, yeah, getting 2 episodes right away I think is pretty cool. But, yeah, that's weird. Like, in 4 days, you're pretty much going to be halfway through the series. So, yeah. To me, I don't think it's a negative with Star Wars Celebration. That makes sense. But, yeah, bring it on.
I think it's a negative if they don't give us a longer first episode. And instead of like giving us a longer first episode, they're just giving us 2 30-minuters.
Yeah.
That would piss me
That's
off.
what,
Okay.
yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm afraid of them doing. Disney's great. They're perfect. So they wouldn't do that.
They've
That's
done
the only
it with
thing
Bad Batch
I'm hesitant.
and the animated stuff.
I'm hesitant on that.
Yeah, they do that with animated stuff a lot.
So thank goodness you dropped that little
it's
news
definitely 40
bit.
minutes. Yeah.
Because, that I needed a heads up on that. You're welcome. The 2-day delay.
It does premiere, I think, on the same day as Stranger Things now.
Yes.
So it's going head-to-head with Stranger
Interesting.
Things.
I think I'll probably watch Stranger Things first.
Yeah, I think so, too. Well, you can watch it.
Just kidding.
You can watch all the Stranger
Or
Things.
Moon
and then,
There you go.
Episode 2. I'll be I haven't
See,
watched
now
Moon
you
Knight.
know yourself. You're being honest with yourself now.
See Morbius again in the
that's right.
theaters. Come on.
That's
Come
the
on.
best choice.
Next thing, just a rumor, but apparently
We love rumors here.
Rami Malek is rumored to be the Scarecrow, or in talks to become the Scarecrow for Matt Reeves' universe. They don't know if it might be for the HBO Max show that's going to take place in Arkham, or if it's for later down the road. But I think having Scarecrow in Arkham, like that TV series, and have him do like some of those cool scenes from the Arkham series, that kind of stuff would be really cool. What do you guys think of this news?
I wonder if he's going to still be like not the Scarecrow yet.
yeah, but that's kind of what I was thinking.
If he's going to just be the Doctor and like slowly we see the transformation happen.
That would be cool.
Yeah, Rami Malek he's a good actor. He's creepy.
Yeah.
So he's
Fits.
same with Paul Dano and what's the other guy? Joker name? What's his name?
Barry Kogan.
Same thing. They look the part. They seem like they would fit
well.
really well. So yeah, that's cool. I would like to see him introduced in the show instead of part 2. So yeah, all good here. 2 thumbs up.
Yeah, I'm kind of along the same lines as Mick, that I kind of want to see him be Dr. Crane.
Yeah.
And maybe he's doing experiments on patients at Arkham, and he's slowly becoming the Scarecrow. I think that would be more interesting than being the Scarecrow's here.
Yeah.
I'd rather see kind of that development of him being
I
of the
feel like
psychotic.
they can take their time with it, and like there's no need to rush.
Right.
So yeah, I would like to see that.
Yeah, I think when we talked about potential bad guys and who would fit in that world of the Batman, I think Scarecrow fits perfectly. So that sounds good. Sounds good to me. I sign off on it.
Awesome.
You
Next
hear that,
thing,
Matt Reeves?
I'm signing off.
next thing, sad news for me. Breath of the Wild 2 got delayed to next year. So it was on my most anticipated list of 2022.
You're
Throw that whole
anticipating
list
this
away.
Yeah, so now
decimated.
I can put Lord of the Rings up there, as it should be. There you go. Disappointing for me, because I've really been looking forward to it. But, I mean, you'd rather them take their time and make a good game. Crystal was like, "Oh, there's so many good games coming out, so I'm fine with it." I was like, "Yeah, but I don't play mini games, so like this is the one thing I'm really excited for." So a little bit disappointing. They showed a little more scenes that was more finished. Looks like Lynx has the Master Sword, but it's like all corrupted and broken and like weird looking. So that was kind of cool to see. He's got some cool things, dynamics with his arm that looks like it has like malice or like power of it. It looks interesting. Some new dynamics with it. Yeah, I'm a little bummed. But
Look, man. If I was on my deathbed, I'd be pissed. I'd be like, man, I want to play the second one. But guess what? We got plenty of years forward, okay? And you want a better game.
I do.
This is going to create a better game.
Absolutely.
I think it's good because they do better by the employees, and I think it's just a better case for everyone all around.
Can I throw
except for the 90-year-old who really wants to play this game?
Can I throw a rumor or like what you guys?
We
thoughts on
love
this?
rumors.
Okay. Some people are saying that they pushed this back to drop it with a new Switch. So like,
everyone wants a Pro, dude.
No, but like that's one of the things to say. What are the chances?
Tinfoil
what
hat.
Are you guys saying?
Tinfoil hat
What are
alert.
the
Tinfoil
chances
hat alert.
That yes, they were like, hey, we need to develop more time to develop, but at the same time, we're developing a new Switch. If we drop Breath of the Wild with this new Switch, we sell double the things.
Nintendo,
is that a possibility?
It's always a possibility. But guess what? Nintendo marches at the beat of their own drum. They don't need any marketing huge brains like
the fact that they
to do that kind of stuff.
Like, yeah, we're not doing it anymore.
Dude, they do that. They do like, screw you guys.
yeah.
You guys guessed it right, and we're not doing it just to stick it to you. Valve kind of does the same thing.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
They do that too. If you guess right, they'll just change plans. They know they're going to sell units, dude. Nintendo's
Like,
not
we're
scared.
canceling the game. Joke's on you.
They're like, hey guys, Smelly Booty 44 guessed our release date. Shall we move it? Yeah.
Yep.
Screw you, Smelly Booty.
Yeah, wasn't there... Oh, what was it with Game of Thrones? Where like George R.R. Martin's like, yeah, people have guessed the ending of it. And he was like super bummed and like... It just like
he should be happy.
It pushed him. It pushed him back, and he's like, I think he's made changes because of people like guessing it right. It's just, I think people have pride, and I think Nintendo prides themselves in their games, and so I don't know. They could, but when's the last time they did a big boy title with a game release? The last one I remember is N64 with Mario 64. Like they released Luigi's Mansion with GameCube.
Yeah.
Wii Sports is not, but that they didn't know how amazing and huge that was going to be, right?
Well, they did Twilight Princess with the Wii, but it did come out a little earlier for the GameCube, and then it was just basically ported.
It was a weird.
It was going to be a
release.
GameCube game.
Didn't they do that Switch with Mario Kart 8?
No, Mario Kart because
Or
They
the
had
Wii
their-
U with Mario Kart 8. One of them came out with Mario Kart 8.
but not on release.
Oh.
I don't think so. I don't think anything came out on release with Wii U.
So that's boy. Anyway, Skyward Sword. No, just kidding. But that'd be. I mean, that's a great idea. But now they're not going to do it because we just upload. We're going to be uploading a video talking about this.
Nintendo's listening.
And they'll listen.
We need to bleep this whole
Our
conversation.
30, one of
Sorry,
our 30
guys.
listeners.
That's
is
right.
one of the guys on Nintendo.
That's right.
Last thing, no E3 this year. Got canceled. I don't know anything about this. You guys know more, so I'll let you guys go ahead with it.
I know nothing about it, so you guys go ahead.
I don't think anybody knows anything about it. Basically, the company that organizes E3. So last year they went all online only because of COVID. Now everything's open, so I think everyone's assumption was, hey, E3 is going to be back. But they just announced, they're like, hey, we're taking a break this year. So there's not going to be even an online show or an in-person show. They're just completely canceling it for this coming year.
We can only make assumptions,
Right.
So
Well,
why do you think they did it?
I think they're doing this because all the big boys were pulling out. So basically, Nintendo was already doing their own thing. Sony last year was doing their own thing. Yeah. So it was only the show that they did online was just a couple players, basically. Yeah. So I think they were like, it's expensive to put E3 on. Probably maybe worried that a lot of people aren't going to show up, and especially if none of the big developers are going to be there. It's just going to kind of like, hey, we're paying all this money. and probably not going to make a lot of money back.
The awkward part of all of this is that if E3 did go and actually do it, I think the issue here is that they're losing viewership. I think they're losing it to the other competing companies, which is Nintendo and Sony and whoever else. I bet there was probably one or two more companies that were going to do their own thing. And so they were just kind of like, taking tally of who was actually going to, do something this year in E3. And I bet they're like, I guess we're not going to spend this money because we're not going to earn our money back, or we're not going to profit because everyone else is going to do their own thing. So that's what I bet happened.
Yeah.
I don't know, but yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if E3 is just going to kind of slowly die, because it was gone for a while, like 10 years ago or something, and then it came back, and I wonder, with each company doing their own thing, even like PlayStation, they do like the state of play stuff where I would much rather just watch those. So I don't know.
I think the world is suffering from like what's happening to like malls nowadays, right? Like people are using like Best Buy or malls to go look at the product, but they go and buy on Amazon or they go buy online. And I think the same thing goes with these games is they, even if, you have an online showcase of the gameplay and everything like that, like that's what you need. Really, the only thing that you really are required to be there in person for is hardware reviews and like hardware reveals. So I don't know. Do they profit from just hardware stuff? Like, I don't know. I don't think there's much of a market. Like they don't stream that. Like they stream the video game stuff.
Right.
And if they're just doing their own stuff, then they're not getting any viewership. So then it's just a standard convention.
Yeah.
Right.
Like it's nothing special at that point. So
It's like a hardware convention, basically.
Yeah. So I feel bad for the people who really like going there and getting the whole shebang.
Yeah.
I feel bad for them because I went to PAX last year and it sucked because they just didn't have any of the big boys there.
Yeah.
Everyone was scared of COVID and stuff like that. So they all backed out. And man, when you take out all the big boys and the big AAA companies, and it's just like just indie companies, it's good for like a day, but not for 3 days. Yeah. It was a letdown. So I bet E3 would be the same situation. So kind of a bummer.
Yeah. I think the Game Awards guy, Jeff Keighley, is 100% going to do an online thing.
Yeah.
I would bet money that he's like, okay, I'm going to put a show together. We're going to get these developers. We'll do a show in the summer and people can come and announce their games. I 100% think that's
because he throws multiple things like that.
Right.
Like it's not just E3. He does like a bunch of things.
Right.
He does the PC reveals and stuff like that.
Yeah. So I think I think he did that during COVID. He did the Summer of Games.
Oh, yeah.
So E3 wasn't doing a show. And so he was like, hey, we'll do, do a show for the summer and people can come and announce their games. So I imagine he is going to do something similar.
Yeah.
I don't care. I mean, Breath of the Wild 2 got delayed anyway, so.
The one video game that you'd even play is delayed.
You're getting
I'm getting Star Wars, the Skywalker saga this week on Tuesday.
Nice.
So that can hold you over.
Yeah, there you go.
How does that game not make you sick? That
probably will.
camera action's crazy.
Well, now they changed it. So it's like a third person shooter.
I got it because of a Lego minifigure. I was like, hey, I need that loot.
I need that blue
All right.
But so we'll see how it goes.
Nice.
Anything else?
I think that's it.
All right. Well, that's the episode.
Okay.
Episode 50. Thanks for listening to episode 50 of the
What'd you say? Like
Nerd
a question?
Age
Oh.
podcast.
Yes.
Wow. 50.
Halfway to 100,
Where's
guys.
the confetti?
At 100. When we get to episode 100, I'll have some confetti.
Sweet.
Like some poppets. Just
Yeah. So there you go.
wow, 50 episodes is a lot. Wow.
So I've enjoyed doing this with you guys. We've enjoyed having you guys listen. Make sure you subscribe and like everywhere you get podcasts. Our YouTube channel, we're dropping videos there. Corey does a really good job with all that.
Thank you, Corey.
And then Instagram, Twitter,
try.
and Facebook, we try to put some stuff up. We just love to have some interaction from you. Thanks to Garrett Dersma, who's been commenting on some stuff. Joel's been commenting, friend of the show, Joel. Brother of the show, Joel. So yeah, any interactions we have, we appreciate it. And any conversations you would like us to have, just drop them in anywhere we're at, and we'll try to get to those and have a discussion on them.
Yeah, absolutely.
For sure.
Yeah, super grateful for anyone watching and listening. That's awesome. It's just fun.
Yeah.
It's fun to hang out and actually have people listen. It's pretty dope.
Yeah. So
we really appreciate it. Sorry. Go ahead.
you good? I was just gonna sign us off.
Yep.
So.
All right. Off.
See you next week.
Bye.
See you guys.
Yeah.